Over to you, brother.
Um, yeah. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Nino. I'm CPO at Apillon, and today I'm going to show you how you can already build certain dApps or Web3 apps, whatever, on Apillon using several parachains, which we are integrating into our platform. So just to kick off, what are we? We're not a parachain. We're a Web3 development platform empowering developers to build in the Polkadot ecosystem. So we are really high up on the application layer. We're thinking about user experience. We are thinking about how the developers will tackle the development and how to abstract or how to simplify the development on the parachains into single endpoint. So how exactly do we do it? This is a diagram showing how we are thinking on a higher scope. Um, we're taking different parachains from the ecosystem, from Polkadot, obviously, and we're thinking about their use cases. So we have a parachain which takes care of storage. Ludwig was here before, Crust, and displayed how you can decentrally store stuff on IPFS, and Crust takes care of pinning. We just heard Zoe speak about Phala and compute. So we take that parachain as well. We connect to that parachain. We think about use cases developers might want to have and what they want to build there. And we give very simple APIs any developer can use and use them basically to build dApps or Web3 apps. Um, Going deeper, so how exactly does this look like? So we have parachains on the left side. We have a developer who also gets predictable fiat pricing from Apillon, and we have APIs as simple as create a user with email and password or get storage, and you just start sending the files, and we put them to Crust, we put them to IPFS. So this is the logic we're pursuing. And now I'm gonna take you through the demo. Unfortunately, you will not be able to see much, but this is our dashboard. And as I said, we have several services built on top of those parachains. So if you look to the left side, you can see there's storage, hosting, and NFTs. This is what we built so far. Authentication is coming very soon, and computing as well. So what's very special in the storage compartment, so storage service, similar to what Crust is doing, we're also providing storage buckets. So basically like AVS, S3, you create a bucket, it immediately gets exposed via API, you start pushing those files, whatever you want, and it lands on decentralized storage. So this is how you create a bucket. It's very simple. You click new bucket, you give it a name, you get 5 gigabytes of free storage, and the bucket is created. You can use drag and drop to put the files inside the bucket. You can use the API, whichever you want. Here, I'm pointing out the metadata folder. This will be important in the next step where we go to the NFT deployment. So the second service derived from Crust is hosting. As you can see here, I have a static website hosted on Apillon, and you can do it simply by drag and dropping. So if you have a website written in React or Angular or whatever, you can just take that website, pull it in, configure the domain, push it to production. So you can see the button, set up domain, configure domain, and this website will be immediately hosted from decentralized storage, and it works. So this is the second service that we're providing right now. And the third one is the one that connects a lot of parachains into a single specific use case, and this is NFT collection deployment. So in this case, as we all know, there are several ways you can sell or mint NFTs. But the best comparison I would do here is if we go back to Web 2 and we think about e-commerce. So let's say you have a product you want to sell, you have two options. You can either go to Amazon, which is a huge marketplace. You put your product there, you sell it. That would be analog to OpenSea. Or you can have your own Shopify store where you're in full control how the store looks like, how the products are shown there, etc. And this is what you can build with Apillon really, really easily. So we are giving you option to go through very simple wizard, and at the end you get a static website which is able to mint your NFTs, which are stored on the decentralized storage. So let's see how this looks like. First step, of course, with the NFTs is the metadata question. So we give you ability, obviously, to upload your CSV file. This is how I uploaded the CSV file. I had specific attributes for the NFTs, and then I uploaded the images. So this is the first preview that we give you, where you can just check like if the CSV file makes sense, and you're ready to store this metadata. So if you're ready and you see the CSV file is good, you click looks good, proceed. And we also offer you a table view so you can compare and see, like, if you have 100 and something NFTs like I had in this case, it's very nice to compare them and to see where this is working. So the next thing you can do is, of course, you have to create the collection, which then gets deployed to the chain. You can choose between two chains. We have Astar supported and Moonbeam as well. Astar for now on EVM only. You give the name and symbol to your collection. You can set the total supply, the amount, revocable, soul-bound, so basically all the parameters of ERC 721, but with no development. You just basically click through this and it gets deployed. You can also choose the price when the drop starts and of course the reserve. So for those of you who ever minted anything, you are familiar with these parameters. This is the final preview of the collection. So we generate the NFTs here, so you can see how they will look like once you deploy them to the chain. And you can walk around and really visualize the result. And just before the deploy, we have this neat component which warns you, or like, we're really thinking a lot about user experience and how to make sure users are really aware that after this point, there's no return. So this is the point of this component. All right, so after the button was confirmed, what happened in the background? NFT smart contract got deployed to Astar. In this case, metadata was uploaded to Crust, and JSON formats and everything was generated in the background, and this was set into the smart contract itself. So what do we need now? Well, we basically need a website which is able to connect to Moonbeam, and users can start minting those NFTs. So we also provide you with a template in React, in Vue, or vanilla JavaScript, which you can just drag and drop into our hosting. It's immediately connected to your smart contract, and you get a website like this where a user can connect and mint NFTs. Obviously, once the NFTs are up there and you have ability to mint, and we also provide you with the code, you could also build a game, you could build loyalty programs, whatever you want, and host them, of course, as well on Apillon. So it's end-to-end, decentralized, and hosted and used on all the parachains. Apillon's mission is to accelerate Web3 adoption by continuously empowering its builders, and we are trying to achieve this by integrating several parachains, so we're not stopping at those which I mentioned. If there's anyone here who would like to be integrated and thinks they fit really well into the Web3 development stack, please come and speak to us, and let's get you integrated. So that's it from my side. You can start building today by scanning this code or adding me personally on the Twitter. That's it.
All right, great stuff, Nino. Thank you, bro. So Nino is way ahead of time there. Well done. You are way ahead of time. So we do have time for questions. So if anyone has a question for Nino, I can take one or two, depending on your question. We all good, hey? All right, there we go. Well explained, clearly. Thanks so much, Nino. Let's give him one more hand. Thank you.